Alright.
Jennifer Sheffield's life was largely encapsulated by the posts she made on social media. She worked hard studying in medical school with the hope of becoming a doctor, a journey that she documented on her growing TikTok page. But when she wasn't at school or at a hospital, her time was spent with her family. She had been married to a man named Brandon Sheffield for around a decade, and when they met, Brandon already had 2 children from a separate relationship. Though this didn't
The motherfucker had, okay.
deter her in any way, and when they met, Brandon
Sheffield, it should have been like the fucking, what's this? It should have been like the shepherd or the shredder. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it would have been. Should have been.
already had 2 children from a separate
Motherfucker looks like he comes from like a Marvel, like he looks like a Marvel hero or some shit, like Fantastic Four, The Rock.
relationship. Though this didn't deter her in any way, and instead she took on the responsibility of helping to care for them, raising the children alongside Brandon as if they were her own.
Yeah, me personally, like I'm not there. I don't want to basically get with a bitch who already has kids, though. No.
Own for much of their
But even though I have my own kids, the bitch that just deals with it like as if they're its own
lives, to the point where they seemingly started referring to her as their mother, a role that she thrived in, as she frequently posted pictures and videos alongside them. And the same was also true for her being
basically the
thrived in, as she frequently posted pictures and
okay. So there's glory holes and then there's glowing holes. So that's one over there.
videos alongside them.
And I mean, here's the thing though. That's basically a throat hole. That one right there.
And the same was also true for her being a wife, as she loved to share her memories and moments with Brandon, cultivating this.
My question is, why the fuck did he basically blur them out though? Or like, is it because like did he try to before? Because the shit is basically a day old, so maybe like, or like, is it that I don't wait? But the thing is, like, this is like public news out there, would it not be? Or is it because it's already like that?
This image of the perfect family and the perfect pair. But on social media, Brandon, cultivating this image of the perfect family being a wife, as she loved to share her
Too much chewing gum.
memories and moments with Brandon, cultivating this image of the perfect family and the perfect pair. But on social media, things are rarely ever as they seem. And on the 10th of December 2024, Jennifer would drop a bombshell on her followers.
So,
Wait, this bitch looks. Wait, is it this one? I don't know.
about to be a newly single mom, and I am in the middle of a divorce. My husband.
I've seen something like this before. I've seen something like this. This I know, but I don't really know the full story, like, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, also because it's Nick Crowley, like the thing is, the nigga just makes it better. So yeah.
Husband is being incredible though, like really and truly, like we're working together, everything's great, we're splitting everything down the middle, like, you know, everything is good.
Why the fuck is this bitch basically just driving with the hands off and just constantly looking at the camera or some shit though? Okay, here's the thing. It's one thing to basically like to basically drive with your hands off if the steering wheel is stuck in that it basically stuck in that direction, because it's not like really like wheels just basically swerve on their own. Or I could be wrong, because I remember there was a time where basically back in my basically back then when I was much younger, I was basically looking at the cars and I'd fuck wait. Why the fuck is the bitch on the right side of the? Okay, unless they must have flipped the bitch must have flipped the. I just noticed that. It's like, why the fuck is this bitch on the driving on the right side of the car? Unless this could be one of those cars that basically you could buy while being on the right side of the car, or is in a country or continent where I don't know which continents and countries where you drive on the right side though, but it's not American. Or the bitch basically just flipped the camera though, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
After approximately 10 years of marriage, Jennifer announced that she and Brandon were getting a divorce. There was no explanation for why, just the simple fact that they were separated and had already started the divorce process. something that was reiterated by both of their Facebook relationship statuses as they shifted to single around the same time. Despite the sad and even shocking news, it was clear that they were handling it better than most. There didn't appear to be any resentment between them, as Jennifer described Brandon as having been incredible throughout the process.
I will go ahead and say that basically the bitch is at least like constantly looking at the roll while constantly moving around its eyes, or you know what I'm saying?
Who were top of mind for the pair, which was obvious having been incredible throughout the process, supporting her in any way possible, which was obviously good not only for them, but for their children, who were top of mind for the pair.
It is a very civil divorce with our daughter in mind, and I really appreciate that. However, you know, I'm going to be a mom, single income right now, and he will be helping with her. He will be supporting her.
Okay, so the bitch is basically looking at the role most of the time now.
So essentially, like, I'm really thankful for that, and that I will not have to worry so much about supporting her.
It was apparent that there was some kind of custody split being discussed between them, which isn't really made fully clear in the video.
Me personally, right, I don't want to basically go ahead and get married though. Like, here's the thing, I want to though, but without the law, you know what I'm saying? Like, without the paperwork, it's going to be outside of the law. It's going to be without the paperwork, because there's absolutely no ways am I going to let a bitch just come in my life and basically we get married and just end up getting divorced and have the bitch take my shit away.
But what was clear was how grateful Jennifer was for Brandon's support. But even with this help, this marked the first time in Jennifer's adult life that she was really on her own.
I've never done this before.
Because here's the thing, right? Basically, like, the thing is, they always say that love is blind and this, that, 1, 2, 3. Like, here's the thing, love is stupid, that's the thing. And I don't move like that, so yeah. I understand that the bitch is basically a part of my world, but I know for a fact that the bitch is not my everything, and it will never be.
I've never been on my own before. So, yeah, if you just have any tips, like, I would really appreciate it. Because, like, I'm a little scared right now.
Or is it because the thing is, like, it's lacking some, so it needs some more? I bet.
It was uncharted territory, and something that she was understandably nervous about. But despite her fears, Jennifer maintained an optimistic attitude. And thankfully, at this point, the divorce itself was going about as well as it could be. They were both supportive of each other, they were both thinking of the children, and there seemed to be no bad blood between them. Though, as I said before, on social media, things are rarely as they seem.
We have more breaking news now. This out of Brandon, where a husband and wife are dead following.
Now, my thing right there, yes, that is true. Like, when it comes to on social media, it's really what they seem. But my thing, right, is that, like, yeah, when it comes to me, so the thing is, like, I am also part of that, not what it seems as well. Because the thing is, like, the problem is that, like, I'm not just for any fucking body. So no, I refuse to basically give myself to my entire self to the internet though, because that's what the fuck I'm not for. So yeah, like, the thing is, like, if the world was like as perfect though, then yeah, they would absolutely be fine. You would know my name, you would know my face, you would have my ID, my location, my number plates, my fucking, like, you would know, like, you would have everything.
A murder. According to Brandon police, the couple was found on Toulon Street this morning after family conducted.
Okay, so the bitch basically the nigga killed the bitch, and then he slaughtered himself.
Welfare check on 30-year-old Jennifer Sheffield.
18 days after posting this video, praising Brandon Sheffield
2 weeks later, okay,
for the incredible way he had been handling their divorce.
It's this one. This is the one it's that same one.
And Brandon would be found dead inside their Mississippi home.
Okay, Mississippi, basically, so the bitch is basically the only miss. It's piss. The nigga was sippy.
That morning, family members arrived at the house to perform a welfare check,
but when it comes to me, it's reversed. Basically, the thing is, like, I'm the mister, my piss, the bitch sippy.
Signs of foul play outside, leading to them calling the police. Inside, officers discovered the pair lying next to each other. Each had a single gunshot wound to the head, with one thing being blatantly obvious. Brandon Sheffield had been the one to pull the trigger both times, shooting Jennifer before turning the gun on himself. What happened that night isn't fully understood, but the motive is fairly clear. This was likely the result of the divorce that Brandon had supposedly been handling so well, though obviously there seemed to be more going on behind the scenes. Perhaps the violence was...
The crazy thing about this whole thing right now is that, like, I would go ahead and say that I would deem this as the crazy thing is that, like, right now it's like, what about the kids now? It's the kids. And here's the thing, maybe this bitch ain't shit though, and that's what that's what was the problem. And the guy probably knew that there was no ways that he was going to avoid this one. So it's like, yeah, I have to basically take us both out though, because this bitch is gonna take half my shit away though, and it's not gonna be the same anymore. And also, at the same time, it's not going to really do well for the kids though, you know what I'm saying? So maybe like 18 days later, like, the thing is, you'll go ahead and inherit and sign like an inheritance law, so that when it comes to all the money in the world that he has, it's all for the kids. But then it can be supported by other family relatives though, you know what I'm saying?
Was spurred on by the holiday season and Brandon's realization that this would be their last...
Okay, so which season, as in like autumn, spring, winter, and summer? Or is it like when it comes to food seasonings?
As a married couple. Or perhaps he just wanted Jennifer all to himself. And if he couldn't have her, no one could.
You know, the thing, right, is that, like, I understand. But at the same time, it's a literal bitch at the same time. It is a literal bitch. Because the bitch does not matter enough to go ahead and be like, you know what, if I can't have her, if I can't have it, nobody else can. And this is why basically bitches would prefer to basically be with guys who are dealing with other bitches though, because then it's like you have the experience, you know what you're doing, and it's like, you know what, it's not much of a burden on me to deal with you, and I can be so comfortable around you, and I also have a way out, and I know for a fact that I'll be left alone once I leave, if I leave, you know what I'm saying? And I can also go ahead and trust you to do your own thing though, and it's like, if it doesn't work out, I know I'll be safe. And like, you're not gonna basically try to obsess over me and all that stuff onto this, because the thing is, like, damn, it's like when it comes to guys who's basically been really with bitches though, they don't know how to act. So yeah, be indifferent towards me. That's what the bitch is saying.
Since her murder, Jennifer's video has become a morbid piece of internet history, and just seeing how full of hope she was is heartbreaking in hindsight. And because of Brandon's actions, not only was full of hope she was, is...
I don't know if it's just me, but the bitch looks like it's trying to hide it.
It's heartbreaking in hindsight.
It looks like it's trying to hide it. Or maybe... like, the thing is, the bitch didn't know, but just felt like something was going to happen. But it's like, when it comes to looking at this face though, you can, like, this is just me, but I can see that there's something not right though. Like, it's hiding something, and it's like, yeah, there's something on the way that's coming.
Insight.
Just like when it comes to the dystopia that's about to be bestowed upon the whole world.
And because of Brandon's actions, not only was Jennifer robbed of her future, but these children were robbed of their mother figure and their father figure all in one night. And making this even more devastating, some articles have claimed that one of these children was actually in the house during the shootings. What Brandon did was nothing short of evil, but surprisingly, not everyone has seen it this way, as the discourse around this case has somehow led to...
You see what I'm saying? There's that too, because men sacrifice their happiness for their families, and bitches sacrifice their families for their happiness. That is true. That is true. This is why I also avoid marriages though, because there's a lot of bitches that are like this. There was even this one time where basically there was even a bitch that literally went and destroyed everything because the bitch literally said it was too perfect. There was also one where I was watching a TV series, and basically there was this bitch basically said, like, the thing is, you know what, you're just too nice, I can't. And that's because the bitch knows that it's not good enough for a guy like that, you know what I'm saying? There's also other reasons too, but that's mainly what it is though, from what I've seen. Or I could be wrong, but usually that's what it is though. So yeah. And also there was even another bitch that was on a podcast too, where it's like, the thing is, like, they literally even when it said, like, the thing is, you know what, nah, I don't want to basically be with the guy because it's just too good, you know what I'm saying? That's why I refuse to basically be around bitches that want problems though, you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. I'm not the guy that's gonna go cause problems or all that stuff on three. And here's the thing, I can basically go ahead and just do my bullshit though, but I'm gonna tell her what the fuck is going on and disappoint the hoe right from the beginning, because it's not about the bitch though. The bitch doesn't matter enough for me to basically do all that stuff on three. But it's because if I basically deal with this bitch and it goes wrong, I have to basically fight this bitch and I have to fight the law. So yeah.
To people actually sympathizing with him, and even blaming Jennifer for her own murder. Sadly, this is just a fraction of the disrespect that Jennifer has faced since her death, as there have been numerous other online controversies surrounding her and her family. Though for
Wait, what was the last
her
one?
Death, as there have been numerous other online controversies.
Yeah, there's some truth to that though, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Okay, I'm back.
Surrounding her and her family.
Wait.
Though for the sake of this video, I don't want these to distract from the very real story and the very real victim at its core. A young woman who will now never get to experience the future that she was so hopeful for.
I had this feeling this morning for some reason to tell you that it's gonna be okay. You still have a purpose.
It's not. Nah, it's not. People that usually say that they're okay or it's going to be fine. No. There's something happening behind the scenes though. There's something happening behind the scenes though. Here's the thing. In this case, they're just like acting like bitches, bro. As in, like, when they say that the thing is, I'm not ready for a relationship, which is what the bitch says. When really the bitch means, I don't want to have one with you. Or the bitch says, I'm not. Don't worry, I won't be mad. When really the bitch means, only if it's not as bad as I think it is. Or the bitch says, it's okay, I forgive you. It means that I'm gonna just basically put it in the back burner and I'll use it against you, and I'll bring it up and use it against you like in an argument or some shit. Or what's this? Basically, the same thing is that, like, I hope you have fun. No, the bitch doesn't. The reason being is because the bitch wants to sound nice, but it's because it's not with the bitch that she just wishes you the best. Like, the thing is, it's because it's not happening with the bitch. It's like, I hope you have the best. The bitch doesn't really mean that. So so basically in general, right? Just don't believe what the fuck bitches say though. Like, of course, there are sometimes that the thing is that there are topics that they can talk about and you can listen to head on, which is basically the fucking the makeup or like the parties. Basically, you can listen to when the bitch is basically explaining about what's happening to the bitch and what's happening in its life, or like stories like that though. There you can go ahead and believe it. But when it comes to basically anything, when it comes to giving their thoughts and beliefs, or like when it comes to any fucking thing, don't ever listen to what they say. Don't fucking listen, because it doesn't matter what the fuck they say, and they know this as well, but it's not in their conscious mind, but it's like they know for a fact that it's like, you know what, yeah, they know, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, they know.
You've got to keep pushing. You still have a heartbeat.
And also it's because the thing is, like, these are the type of bitches that will go ahead and, I mean, not these kinds, but maybe so, but they will, fuck, I lost what I was about to say.
And that means that you've got to keep going.